Andale por se Dembella! Andale por se Dembella!
Hello and thank you for tuning in to Millennium Movies. Today's video I'm going to be breaking down the brand new Child's Play trailer, and the very first thing that I wanted to touch up on is Mark Hamill's voice as Chucky. So what does he sound like, right? Well, if you heard him at the end say "Goodnight, Andy," he's kind of channeling his inner Brad Dourif, isn't he? He kind of sounds like OG Chucky, and I don't think that that's a bad thing because I mean Brad Dourif's voice is synonymous as the voice of Chucky. So I think deviating away from that too much would kind of be off-putting to most viewers, right? Especially hardcore fans of the franchise. They don't want Chucky to sound completely different. So I think the fact that Mark Hamill is doing a bit of Brad Dourif while also adding in this inner kind of childlike quality to Chucky makes him even that much more creepier and that much more scary. So I like the route that he seems to be taking thus far. So Mark Hamill, congratulations, man. You're a good voice actor. You already know this. But moving on from there, I do want to say one thing that I spotted in this trailer is it appears that what we're likely going to be getting is, as you can see from the screenshot here, is, okay, the Kazlan Corporation is built these buddy dolls, right? These replacement good guy dolls. And their company revolves all around technology, right? Like, you know, using whether it's TV or gaming or, you know, the iCloud, you know, as you see here, it says Buddy Game, play games with Buddy, Buddy Art, draw with Buddy, Buddy Drone, you know, connect Buddy to Kaz drones. See what Buddy sees, Buddy Video, Buddy Cloud, connect Buddy to the Kazlan app, the Buddy Phone, connect Buddy to the Kazlan app, right? So we see even a bit of these things, these features, right? That this that Chucky ends up using to his you know, to his own evil plans, right? Because we see him activate a drone inside the toy store, right? We see him flying the drone. We see him hack the TV where it says time to play. We see him, it appears like he's going to hack even the Kazlan cars. I mean, my goodness, Kazlan. I mean, talk about security issues. I mean, when all of your things are so easily connected that an AI killer doll can completely wreck your entire corporation, I mean, that's just a flawed system you got there. But moving on from that, like I said, it feels like, you know, again, this Chucky's more updated. He's more modern. So he's more sleek looking even, right? As you can see him right here. So it feels like that's what he's going to end up doing, right? He's going to use technology against the Kazlan Corporation. He's going to use it against humans, right? So the AIs are rising up, right? You know, Terminator. So I'm loving the premise thus far, and I especially love this one shot here where Andy wakes up in the middle of the night and he sees Chucky just kind of creeping in the corner behind the shelf. Man, he's just looking. He's an eerie little dude, isn't he? Right? And I love that shot especially because again, this is from the producers of It, right? 2017 It. So there's a scene in that movie where Bill Denbrough goes down into his basement and he sees his little brother Georgie, and Georgie's kind of in the corner of the basement in the dark, creeping behind a shelf, just like Chucky is here. So those shots are very similar, and again, it makes sense because they're from the same producers. So I'm loving that tie-in right there. That's just a nice little Easter egg. Those shots are very similar. Both shots are creepy, whether it was Georgie in It or now Chucky in Child's Play. So I appreciate that very much. But moving on from there, I do want to say, even speaking on It, you know, again, these producers of it feels like what we're getting here is kind of a coming-of-age story and character growth with Andy. As we see in the beginning, his mom's telling him basically, you know, you're having trouble making friends, you don't have friends, so I'm going to buy you the Buddy doll. But of course that turns sour, and it feels like what ends up happening is, as through the course of the movie, Andy's going to start to gain a couple of friends, and some brand new friendships are going to be kindled. And as you can see here in the photo, he's got 3 friends. He's got the kid with the long hair, he's got a more heavy-set kid, and he's got his friend here to the right with a baseball bat trying to Negan it up, right? So I'm loving that. I love that story beat and storytelling, and I don't think it's contrived anymore. I don't think it's old. I don't think it's, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? People are loving Stranger Things right now. People are hyped for Stranger Things Season 3 this year. They're hyped for It Chapter 2 this year. So a bunch of kids, a bunch of young friends teaming together to fight evil, that story trope doesn't get old for me. Maybe it does for you, but I appreciate that they're doing that here. So now it's not just Chucky versus Andy, but it's Chucky versus Andy and a couple of his friends, right? So I think that that's a neat little twist on the story, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing these kids kick Chucky's ass. So I fully expect that, and I think we're probably going to get that in the in the third act of the movie. Some other things we can probably expect is Chucky's gonna, you know, he's probably gonna Michael Myers it up, right? He's gonna, of course, he's gonna focus on Andy, but throughout the course of the movie, if he runs into some strangers who are getting in his way, he's gonna have fun killing them along the way, right? As we can see that here with the dude who's got the Christmas lights all over him on the ladder. It looks like he falls down, or maybe Chucky knocks him off the ladder, and he's trying to crawl away. But what ends up happening is, hey, he turns on the lawnmower. Hey, maybe that's Kazlan Corporation lawnmower as well. Who knows? But Chucky gets it on, and this dude's trying to crawl away. But of course, it looks like he's gonna get ran over, and he's gonna get hurt. And even, to make matters worse, Chucky's gonna make sure he gets the job done and still crawl on top of him and probably stab him to death. Because, hey, that's what Chucky does, right? He murders people. He kills them. And he laughs while he does it. And, of course, as we can see following that, Brian Tyree Henry's character, he's a police detective. And we see that he arrives on the scene of the crime. Of course, you can see the lawnmower in the bottom left of the screenshot here. And he's playing a detective, so we see that he probably comes across this murder scene, and maybe there's some hint that a buddy doll had something to do with it. So of course maybe he finds maybe that's why he goes to interview Andy, right? Where we see him talking to Andy, trying to tell Andy basically, hey, what's up? What's going on? So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing Brian Tyree Henry in this movie. And again, going back on some other kills that we could see here, it looks like this it looks like this dude, it looks like Jack Black's, much less gorgeous looking, Jablinski's brother is trying to maybe creep up maybe he stumbles across Chucky and he's like, hey, this is some Kazlan Corporation product right here. This is some stuff I could break and mash and sell into parts. But of course, as we see, that doesn't end up turning out too well for him, because Chucky gets the upper hand and probably looks like he stabs him a whole bunch of times. And he's got like a blade running on the bottom of his feet, and this dude's trying to hang on to the bars. But as we can see, the temperature in the room is going up immensely, and so basically while he's hanging onto the metal bars, the bars start to attract heat and contain heat. So of course, damn, it looks like he's got burns on his arms. He's forced to let go and probably fall to his death. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna get some innovative and imaginative kills in this movie, so I'm very much looking forward to that. But going off of there, we also even see in this screenshot too that it looks like Andy even has a one-on-one fight with Chucky, but the way that he's dressed here, I imagine this is probably one of his first encounters with Chucky, because I think that the third act again is going to probably be when he's going to save his mom, who's hanged up by a bar. Maybe that's inside one of that store where all that chaos starts going on. Maybe he goes to save his mom with the help of his friends, and maybe him and his friends and his mom end up being the ones to defeat Chucky. So yeah, it looks like that's what's going to be most likely happening. I don't know for sure. But this trailer is looking awesome, and I'm loving the look of Chucky as well. He's got, these weird, creepy looking facial expressions. But, I love it, right? I love horror. I love Chucky. I love Child's Play. Mark Hamill sounds like he's going to do a phenomenal job with the voice. So all around, I have no complaints, really. I'm very much looking forward to this movie. But if you guys have any other comments or any thoughts that you want to leave, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys. And if you like this type of movie news content and you want to see more of it, well, I post weekly videos just like this on my channel. So if you want to consider subscribing to Millennium Movies, I'd very much appreciate it and love to have you along for the ride. But until next time, guys, I will see you all very soon.